Hi everyone, it's Aisha Chidowe. I'm an immigration attorney here in Orlando, Florida. I represent clients all over the United States and internationally. As long as you're interested in immigrating to the United States or reuniting with your family, I'll be happy to assist. My phone number here is 407-995-6567. I will put it in the description below as well. So today in immigration law, I want to talk about what happens to spouses of U.S. citizens or green card holders that get divorced or widowed before they can file for adjustment of status or get their green card. So, I get frequently asked the question, oh my God, my spouse filed for divorce, I don't know what to do. I never filed for a green card. Or some people stay in terrible marriages because they want their green card, and so they suffer the consequence of the abuse just because, they want to get their green card. So today I want to talk about one option that's available to people that are in this situation. So it is the Violence Against Women's Act. Short for it is VAWA. And so even though it has women in its name, VAWA applies to both men, children, and parents of U.S. citizens or legal permanent residents. Today, I am only specifically talking about spouses of U.S. citizens and legal permanent residents. So how do you qualify for VAWA? You qualify for VAWA if you can show that you got divorced because of the abusive relationship that you were in. So what is abuse? Abuse can be more than physical violence. Abuse can be more than sexual abuse. Abuse can be things like, psychological, emotional, financial, intimidation. If you've got a spouse that threatens you and says, if I don't get my way or blah, 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 I'm going to call ICE, I'm going to get you deported. A spouse that is stalking you at work, that's stalking you on your social media platform, that tries to sabotage your job, that tries to control your finances. There's so many different things, and I'll be happy to talk more about it with each person individually. But if you fall in that situation, USCIS will consider, the totality of, the abuse, basically, that you're going through, or the cruelty that you're going through in your marriage. So what are the requirements outside of, cruelty and abuse to qualify for VAWA? So, of course, they will look at, that cruelty in totality, but also they want to know that you, the person who's claiming to have been abused, lives in the United States. Okay? And then they also want to know, the only exception, actually going back, the only exception to that is if your U.S. citizen spouse or green card holder is in the military. That's the only exception of when you don't have to have lived in the United States. And then the other thing that they want to look at is if you entered your marriage in good faith. They don't want to see somebody that entered their marriage just for the purpose of a green card. They want to see a bona fide or legitimate marriage showing that you entered your marriage in good faith and it just didn't work out. I mean, life happens. And then the other thing is you and your U.S. citizen's ex-spouse or green card holder have to have lived together at some point. Now, it doesn't matter how long, some people get married and realize, oh my God, this person is crazy. I got to get out of here. That's fine. So they're not necessarily looking at how long you could have been married for. You could have been living together for 2 months or 2 years or 1 month or 10 years, as long as you can show that there was a point where you guys were living together as a married couple, they will take that into consideration. So obviously this is a little bit more complex than what it is I'm explaining, but I just want you guys to know that this is an option that's available to you if you were married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder and you got divorced, or you're currently in that situation and you're afraid to leave because you're worried about what's going to happen to my papers. Am I going to get my papers? Am I stuck here, until I get my papers? You don't have to stay suffering. We can assist you. So, if you have any questions about this, definitely give my office a call, 407-995-6567. And remember, as always, I'm an attorney, but I'm not your attorney. This is for informational and educational purposes only. I would love for you to share, like my video, or comment below. All right, have a great day. Thanks.